Hello and welcome to the Thoughts from the River. Very nice to meet you all, or whatever the term is for zero audience. So Duncan here has just done a series on hypocrisy, which I thought was very fitting because he is sometimes...
What do you mean I'm a hypocrite?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, right, thanks very much. Yeah.
Because this is the question I posed to him, is how can you dislike Elon Musk and like electric cars?
Yeah, I think that's a good one, actually.
What do you think about
I
that?
think there's a real challenge in that. Yeah, I think you're right to pick me up on it a bit here. Not because that I need to acknowledge that I'm a fan of Elon Musk, except that I think he developed electric cars from, I don't know much about this, how he's developed them, but he's obviously done an amazing job in the early days of electric cars to generate a momentum for people to buy Tesla. He wasn't the guy who actually came up with the idea, I have to say. I do know that it's not him who sort of invented electric cars or whatever, but he certainly got on a bandwagon as a businessman, and you've got to give him credit for that. I think my problem with him is the whole power thing, the whole way that he's kind of moulded himself in the latter stages of the last few, well, certainly the last few years.
Yeah.
But much as my ultimate tendency is to go in a bit heavy, and I think I'm not the only one at the moment, there is the danger that came out in one of the videos we had there about Speck and Planck.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to point the finger, how am I doing? Now, I think I've bought into the electric car message, and he's obviously done a good job on it. But if he's now doing things which aren't necessarily as good, and I would want to challenge him a little bit on that, then maybe we need to almost speak with our feet and think about which electric cars we buy, perhaps. Yeah. But I do take your point that he's developed it.
About my point, I don't really think you're a hypocrite. It's just that's what the topic was about.
No, I think I am, but I'll acknowledge that.
I think there's levels of hypocrisy. I think you can point something out to someone that's hypocritical, but it's not that important, particularly if you don't think about it. But if you do something hypocritical that directly affects someone, so for example, if you told someone off for swearing, and then when you were swearing, you swore at them to tell them off, stop so-and-so swearing, you so-and-so, and it hurts someone's feelings. That's when hypocrisy matters. But when it's about big picture, because really, there's a world where you can dislike someone based on what they do, like Elon Musk, and you can like electric cars because they're convenient and good for the environment and they're good cars and whatnot.
But can't I distinguish that fact that you just quoted me from the man?
Yeah. So you can be hypocritical if someone points it out, but it doesn't really matter because both things can be true. So it's not like hurting someone's feelings with... It's not a hypocrisy that matters because Elon Musk...
I think I might argue, possibly that's for another time, that I think hypocrisy does matter.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I want to justify the word hypocrisy as being okay. But I do see what you're getting about levels of it. But we probably need to be careful about that.
But my point is you weren't being hypocritical before I made the observation. So my observation doesn't really affect the hypocrisy because it wasn't there until I just created it. So unless it's like obvious hypocrisy that hurts someone, it's not something you should pay attention to. It's just someone picking a bone.
It might hurt me.
That is true, so maybe.
I don't know. We're opening up a really good discussion here. And at this point, because we try to do 2 or 3 minute clips so that, you know, you've got time to just look at one a day and you might want to look at this one, maybe we'll stop there. So cheers for now.